يعني مرت علينا أيام صعبة يعني داعش قام يذبح في العالم. بعد يعني عشنا حياة جوع وخوف، يعني قمنا إحنا من ننام بالليل ما نعرف يعني إيش نصبح وجوز ننذبح.
Just think that you are in that tent. This is happening to you. What will you wish for yourself? You know, ISIS, as their rule, they have to have their beard long. You cannot cut your beard or trim it even. Some people might like that, but the others, they were forced to do that. So when they come here, the first thing to do is to break ISIS rule, you know. Just, here you go, I'm here, I'm safe, you cannot hurt me. I'm trimming my beard and nobody can stop me, you know.
These families are not only fleeing the fighting, they're also fleeing starvation, dehydration, and they've come to these camps to save their lives. Samaritan's Purse is here to provide hope to these IDPs, to show the love of God and the work that we do to bring peace to an insecure situation. A lot of them have fled to this camp with nothing. With this monthly ration, it answers the question of what am I going to eat for a month?
والله أشكرهم يعني على هاي المساعدات، يعني ساعدوها الناس هذه كانت يعني محرومة هذا الشيء. يعني والله أتمنى أعيش السعيد حياة طبيعية، أتمنى يعني هيك لا حرب، عشنا حياتنا يعني عراق، يعني بالعراق قتال، من عشت حياتي.
The sounds you can hear behind me are sounds of ongoing warfare. And this is a reality for families still living in these towns.
We all pray for peace and security. When ISIS came, they used the pulpit here, of course, for target practice. They burned the church, they destroyed so much of it. They wrote slogans on the wall: you love life, we love death. Another slogan they wrote is, we've come to drink your blood. This is just one church out of hundreds of churches in this part of the world. Samaritan's Purse, we're going to do what we can to try to help. Not far from here is our hospital. People come in where they have no hope.
We are receiving all sorts of wounded from the fighting that is happening in Mosul. Our days are often peppered with the sounds of bombs and the sounds of shelling.
This is not safe. This is a war zone. Anything could happen. I think we're supposed to go where Jesus leads us, even if it's in a dangerous place.
I personally thought that we would be seeing more military personnel, but so far that's not been the case. Unfortunately, we are seeing almost exclusively women and children.
Last night we had a family of 4 come in, injured in West Mosul, actually 5 days before they arrived with us. 5 of her children had been killed instantly. The baby had very, very severe facial burns, so she required a lot of work. Couldn't have her touching at her face or moving her face around. So we decided that the more compassionate thing to do would be to kind of swaddle her and just cuddle her all night, just keep her comforted. If her mother was there, then she would be doing the same thing. No child should grow up in this environment where war and death is normal.
One story I can think of, there's a little girl that came in and she had a head injury, and we don't have the facility to properly treat a head injury that's severe. She was in the bed over here and we couldn't find family, but it was a situation where if we had delayed her transfer, it could have gotten to a point where we couldn't transfer her because maybe her condition would have deteriorated. And so we had to just transfer her. I remember telling the paramedic as he came in, like, I gave him an extra blanket. I just said, can you prop her up to make sure her head's up, so it drains well. And I was just thinking to myself at the time, like, no child should be by themselves. And we couldn't find her family, and so she went on to Erbil, and we don't know what happened, and we don't know. But it was just the realization at that moment that war is an ugly thing.
Yeah.
We treat anybody who comes to our doors. We have treated women, children, known ISIS soldiers. We've treated Iraqi soldiers who are fighting against ISIS because we believe that every person is an image bearer of God. And because of that, they have value.
We never know what a tender touch, a prayer, a soft word, you never know what that will do in a person's life years down the road. Yeah. Some of these kids will remember that when their life fell apart, there were Christians that prayed over them and loved them.
It's ugly what we see here, absolutely horrifying, but there's beauty in it too, as we see God start to redeem tragedy in people's lives.
We live in an evil world, and so we want to be that beacon of light and hope